Hey friends, I just wanted to quickly just deliver a message to check out the Higher Self video titled Following Teachers on Media May Be Causing You Blockages. I want to give my 2 cents and say that if you also didn't check out my video from last night, also watch that because it has a lot to do with leading yourself versus someone giving you what to lead yourself by, and making certain that we're all helping, assisting, and guiding each other, but no one is teaching you how to guide yourself, and it's very important. I remember my closest friend. I won't say her name, but she knows who she is. But she was part of my journey in the very beginning. At first, she just kind of saw that I was all over the place. And what's great about that friendship that I have is that she did not say you are all over the place. She kind of just said, or just kind of was like, okay, well, and but what's awesome is because she had been through her awakening experience before me, she was able to determine how to allow my life to expand and evolve however it needs to, but it really does need that first part of the process, which is detachment. Detachment from whatever it is that you might find yourself attached to, or like for me, I had the best home, and I had a house, right? I had a little house. It was a little back house. It was near the city. It was like 2 minutes from my job that I was working at that time, and I was a happy person. I was highly promiscuous, and it's no secret. I like to share a lot of things about me because it really shows you how I've matured and evolved. But and I used to have a lot of house parties, and I used to drink a lot, and I used to like go to the club all the time, come home late and drunk, and yeah. Or sometimes I would even just tell people like, yeah, you just feel like passing out, just go ahead, I have to go to work, bye. I was kind of careless. And what happened was my journey just allowed me to take on a job that needed more responsibility, and I earned a little more money, and then I thought, oh, I can just move closer to this job. And so I moved closer to this corporate job. Like only 3 months into the job, they fired me. And at the point, it was like, shoot, I left my home. I was like engaged to somebody who ended up cheating on me, and had a drug relapse. And what was interesting was I took on this person's. It's kind of like when you are attached to people, you collect their story, their timelines. So I was going through downward spirals too. Like, this isn't what I do, and this isn't what I enjoy, and this isn't me. But I'm carrying it out for the person who I was about to give my oath to, and so on and so forth. But I've had people along the way not teach me how to evolve my soul, or how to even see my soul for what it was. A lot of my friends were just like, excuse my French, a lot of my friends were like, you're just a bitch, and I don't like you, I don't like your attitude, and you're such a diva. And everyone was just telling me. People over the years were holding in what they didn't like about me, and finally the hot water blew off of the tea kettle, and everyone was just coming at me. It was 2012, at the very end of that year, and everybody was like, it just seemed like, why is everyone hating me? Am I really this bad of a person? I must suck as a human being. I was really just tearing myself up. And I'm a Capricorn. I'm on the cusp of Aquarius. But the Capricorn part, we stifle, we beat ourselves up. We it's like not trying to be perfect, but we always try to be coordinated. And we try to be very assorted. But yeah, it was all of my little things that really instate who I am as a Capricorn were coming out, and I was noticing that. I was seeing these things occur. So, long story short, my friend, she was like, I'll be your friend. This was like 2014. She's like, I'm by your side. I get it. She's like, I'm a shakalaka too. She's like, I wear stones, and I believe, she was telling me about stones, and I was like, I don't know. My grandma, she's a pastor of a church, and she said that we're not to have crystal balls and worship items and stuff and whatever. And she was like, yeah, but you see, she was saying like, but in your free will, you can do whatever you want as long as it serves your heart well and it means good intentions to the things around you. Then what harm is it to have a quartz or amethyst? And I was like, okay. And I was feeling awful, like I am betraying Christianity by having stones and essential oils, and it was just, that was the whole beginning part of it. But so I just told you guys my whole story, but no one taught me. Nobody taught me. I'm homegrown. There was even some times where I thought I could flicker the lights, and I was just a little bit cuckoo crazy. 2015, 2016 was sort of like, okay, Aaron, you got to start getting it together. 2017 was like watching everyone who didn't wake up go through the ringer, go through the blender, and that was hard to watch. 2017 was like the crappiest year for everybody who was conscious aware. But I was conscious aware of it, and so I knew that there was something bigger and there was a bigger plan. Learning a lot about history, studying the Bible scriptures, learning the real storyline of the intention of why the Bible was the Bible, and then looking at the Sumerian. I think things like that are fine, when people like explain to you. Like I really love and appreciate Rex Bear, because he doesn't give his absolute opinion about anything. He just tells you what he's reading, and you just have your own reality concept of it. Yeah, if you haven't seen Rex Bear's videos, Emerald Tablets of Thoth, Naughty Beaver too, he kind of just helps angle the perspective, but you gotta believe it for yourself. I hate to like name drop all these people, but they really help what I was thinking come to confirmation. And that's how you really, I'm just trying to help people who don't know how to guide themselves in this journey. You really just have to have your own gut instinct. And that's the problem that we see with politics, and I'm sorry to say it, but the left side, they're very pushy. It's like, we have to stand for this, and we have to believe in that, and we have to group these people and group those people, and we have to march, and we have to protest. When you collect and get everyone so hype, they're going to want to believe in a savior eventually. But then if you look from the left side, the Democrat side of things, there's not one person who stood up to be, the next Martin Luther King, for example. There's no one like, Martin Luther King was a Republican, by the way. A lot of people, they knock the Republican side of things because they feel like they've been betrayed as liberals or as conservatives. They've been sabotaged. But no, that was just the Bush family, because their connection is to the royal family. Royal family's connected to Rothschild. So it's really not about sides and categories, it's about agenda. And that's why we have to be very careful with following teachers who intentionally are trying to teach you, because we don't know what their agenda is. And this is what I was saying yesterday in my video. There's one particular person who every day I'm just like, oh, I wish I didn't. I wish I liked you more, but I'm an empath and I'm intuitive, and the guides don't lie, and the numbers don't lie, and the subject matters of the videos don't lie either. Like, this person intentionally is telling you who they are, but people are not catching on to it. and I can't say who it is. I'm so sorry. But anyways, check out the higher self video. I put it in the description box below, and she gives such a great clarity on living your life for yourself, guiding yourself from your own experience, and don't be afraid or ashamed to take whatever steps you need to take to learn. Like I even saw a couple yesterday at Uber Drive, and I had this couple in my car, very beautiful people. You could tell that they've been going through some things, you know, but that's their own personal experience. It's me showing that someone respects their journey, no matter if it's darkness or light. I respect their journey. Someone acknowledges them. Someone gave them a hug at the end of the day. And that's one thing I want to conclude with too, is we can't be judgmental at all, period. That's how we gain immortality, is relieving ourselves of judgment of others. We have to really keep from judging. And really, it's hard to say respecting your opponent, respecting your opposition, but it's almost like if the enemy were to make a move, you have to just allow it. And then you make your move. And then the enemy it's like the game of chess. Like, you have to allow your opponent to make their conscious decision, and you respond to your conscious decision, and they respond to your conscious decision until somebody wins at the end of the day. But it's not our job to convict and chastise and you know, all this animosity that's built up over who's right and who's wrong. That's just not the frequency we need to be in right now. It's a distraction. So I said enough. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye.